Hello, good evening, PEP scholars. Welcome to another live class. This is the Kemet Maasai Academy. Today was the sitting of the PEP ability test, so I want all my peppers to come and tell me how was the exam. Today we're just gonna chill and rap with each other about how the exam went. So for the grade 6 students, you're just gonna let us know how you feel to get that off your heads, all right? You can check the box for the ability test. That is over and done with. And as of Monday, we're going to be shifting our focus to the performance task, maybe for about a month until the performance task. We're going to focus on that. And then we're going to shift gear again and focus on the curriculum-based test. So we know that we're sharpening up our skills for anything that's coming. We are going to do some questions as well tonight, some more ability tests. I have my scholars in studio as usual. So I'm seeing Nardika, I'm seeing Shalicia, I'm seeing Nathan.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, and I know the others are on their way. So we're gonna do some nice questions, verbal reasoning questions, while we chat with the grade 6 students to see how the ability test went. Hi, Amari.
Hi, Miss.
Is anybody in studio this evening, grade 6? Did you do the ability test today? Shalicia? How was it?
Miss, it was fairly easy. It wasn't that hard. I thought it would have been hard, but
You thought it would have been more difficult?
yes.
Okay. So, was there anything challenging on the paper?
Miss, not really. There were a few questions that required working out that I did, if I can remember.
For the quantitative reasoning?
Yes, Miss.
Welcome, Olivia.
Evening, Miss.
Hi, are you in grade 6?
Yes, Miss.
How was the PEP ability test today?
It wasn't that hard, Miss.
Does any of the questions or do any of the questions stand out? Do you remember any that really you had it on your mind all day?
Yes, Miss.
You want to share with us what it was like? Which of the questions? Was it the quantitative reasoning question?
She got kicked out, Miss.
Oh yeah, she got kicked out. All right, hopefully she'll come back. All right, in the meantime, while we're waiting on the grade 6 peppers to tell us their experience and to tell us how happy they are to check off one box. So we're gonna get into some questions. And
Miss,
go ahead.
in the test, there was one question that stood out to me. It was an analogy question.
Mhm.
What was it again? Wheel is the invention as fire. I put discovery as my answer. I think the options were one of the options were manufactured. But I thought that if humans invented the wheel, then since fire is natural, then we would have discovered it.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
It makes sense to me. I don't know what the other two options were, but that definitely makes sense to me. As usual, Madame Nordica, you were the first in the studio, and so you get the first question. Does anyone know Nordica's secret? How is it she's always the first? Can you read the question twice, please, Nordica?
Okay, miss. Which is the odd word below? A mean, B mode, C multiply, D
Multiple.
medium. Multiple, thanks miss, D
Mm-hmm.
medium. Which is the odd word below? A mean, B mode, C multiple, D median.
All right, so while Nordica is thinking about that, let me welcome those in the chat.
Miss, I already have my answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
Miss, it will be multiple.
Why multiple?
Hold up, Miss, can I please think about it? Because
Sure.
I really need to think about it. Because I think multiple is my answer. So I got to reason it.
But you know, you're going to need to explain your answer, right?
Yes, Miss, I
I
need to
need
think
to
about
know.
what and how I need to explain it.
That's right. Welcome, Miss Reed. Good night. We have Miss Reed over in the chat as usual, making a strong presence over there in the chat. All right. So remember those in the chat, when you're posting your answers, you need to put the number and the letter. Remember, so that when we come to you and we're reading out your answers, we know which question you're answering. Has anyone else worked out their answer while Nordica is thinking about it? Anybody in studio worked out their answers yet?
Miss, I think I got my answer now.
All right, go ahead, Nordica.
Okay, so a multiple is like your times table, and the rest are, and the multiples are like your timetables, and the rest are like, so the rest are, I don't know how to put it as, like this example, I find the mean of 2, and then you find the mean and find the mode. That means find your answer and find the median. So those
Which
the
topic in
multiply.
mathematics? Which topic in mathematics would you find the other three?
Miss, can I please think about that one?
Sure. What about my other scholars in studio? What topic in mathematics would you find the other three? So Nordica is saying she's getting a strong sense that the mode, the mean, and the median, she's always hearing them in the same topic. Who can tell me which topic that is? What are we doing in mathematics when we're asked to work out the mode, the mean, and the median? Amari, do you remember what topic those come under?
Miss, would it be sets?
No, it's not sets. Although, mark you know, in these are things that you can be asked to find the average or the mean, find the mode for just about any mathematical operation, but strictly speaking, they come under the topic of statistics. So Nordica was...
Miss?
Yes, go ahead, Nordica.
Okay, so I think I got my answer. I'm not sure it's correct, yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not trying to run for a book right now, but I'm trying to think. So, well, I think multiple is multiply and the rest are like divide. That's what I
Multiples
meant.
multiply. I know what you're trying to say. So let me see if I can help. So when you think of a multiple, you're thinking of, you say it means to multiply. So you're thinking of the answer that you get when you multiply two factors. Am I correct?
Yes, miss.
Right. So for example, 4 times 2 give 8. So 8 is the multiple of 4 and 2. All right. How would you find the mode?
Miss. I. So how do you
Does
find?
anyone know how you find the mode?
I really need to work out on that
All right. So I'm
because
just
it's a
going to
long time I did that.
All right, I'm just going to tell you then. So bear this in mind, right? And Miss Reed is saying the mean, the mode, and the median come under the topic statistics, right? And that's correct. So the mode is the most frequent number. So you're given a list of numbers, a group of numbers. If you're asked to find the mode, that's the number that occurs the most. And the median would be the middle number, but you have to arrange the numbers in order from smallest to biggest. And then the mean or the average would be to add all the numbers together and divide by the amount of numbers. So if you're given 5 numbers, you add all of them together and divide by 5. So Nardika, your answer is correct. Multiple is the one that's odd because the other 3, the mode, mean, and median, they have to do with statistical data, organizing and studying numbers based on patterns. So the answer is multiple, that's odd, and that is C. So bear those things in mind. And for those who have not done statistics before, please remember that on our channel, the Kemet Maasai Academy, we have tons of videos on all the topics that you're going to need to master your PEP mathematics. So you can go over to the playlist and search for how to find the mean, the mode, the median. It's all there. I break it down in very clear and very well explained language for you so you can understand. Shalicia, please read question 2.
Question 2. 9 times a variable x and 5 times another variable y results in 62. What pair of value of x and y will satisfy the expression? Question 2. 9 times a variable x and 5 times another variable y results in 62. What pair of values of x and y will satisfy the expression? The options are A. X equals 9 and y equals 5. B. X equals 5 and y equals 9. C. X equals 4 and y equals 5. And y equals 5. B. X equals 5 and y equals 9. C. Y equals 7.
All right, so Shalicia, you were breaking up, so I'm going to read it quickly. 9 times a variable x and 5 times another variable y results in 62. What pair of values of x and y will satisfy the expression? Is it x equal 9 and y equal 5? That's A. Or B, x equal 5 and y equal 9? Or C, x equal 4 and y equal 5? Or D, x equals 3 and y equals 7. So this is algebra. So which one of those, when we plug in those values for x and y and add them, do we get 62? So this one we're going to have to use a trial and error, because we just have to look at the options given, plug them in, substitute the values, and see which ones combine to give 62. Welcome, Genesis.
Hi, Miss.
Is anyone ready for me with their answer? Remember, so they're saying which one of those pairs where the x value is that and the y value is that, and when you substitute it into the equation, 9 times the x plus 5 times the y, you would end up with 62. Trial and error, substitute them and see which set would give 62.
Miss, can I please go and get something and come back, please?
Sure. So have you tried A? So A is saying if x is 9 and y is 5. So 9 times x would be 9 times 9, that's 81. And 5 times y would be 5 times 5, that's 25. Do those add up to give 62? 81 and 25, do those add to give 62? What's happened to my scholars this evening? Nobody's talking.
Miss, I'm back, Miss.
Are you not hearing me?
Miss, I'm working the question now, Miss.
So I'm saying let's work it together then, since no one is working it on their own. Good night, Shaheem. You need to type and tell us how was the PEP ability test today.
What?
Shaheem is over there in the chat. If we substitute the values in A and put 9 where x is and 5 where y is, so it will be 9 times 9 plus 5 times 5. Do those add to give 62? That's what I'm asking.
No, Miss.
All right, so try substituting them in B and C. And keep trying until you get the pair that adds up to 62. All right, so Miss Reed is saying
B is
D.
not it, Miss.
Miss Reed is saying D. So let's try D. So D says x would be 3, y would be 7. So 9 times 3, that's 27. 5 times 7, that's 35. 27 plus 35 gives 62. So Miss Reed.
Miss, I got D too.
Okay, so Miss Reed is correct. All right, Nathan, are you there? Nathan got kicked out.
Yes, Miss.
Nathan, I want you to read question 3, please.
Imagine a flag with 3 vertical stripes, 1 red, 1 white, and 1 blue. How many different flags can you imagine without repeating the colors? A. 12, B. 6, C. 3, D. 1. Imagine a flag with 3 vertical stripes, 1 red, 1 white, and 1 blue. How many different flags can you imagine without repeating the colors? A. 12, B. 6, C. 3, D. 1.
Okay, so how are we going to approach that? How are we going to approach that?
Tell me a little more time, miss.
Hmm? You need more time?
Miss,
How will you
yes,
approach?
miss.
Will you actually sketch the flags? What will you do to approach this? Are you sketching the flags? Are you writing letters for the colors? What are you doing?
Now the diagram that it shows you, miss.
Well, that's a diagram with several flags on it. But they're specifically telling you that they want you to focus on a flag with vertical stripes, one stripe red, one stripe white, one stripe blue. How many possible flags could you have without repeating the colors? So, in how many ways can you combine those three
Miss,
colors?
miss, hold it please. 6, miss.
Tell me how you got the 6.
Miss, I drew flags, miss. And then miss, I drew the lines, miss. And then I labeled like R and W and B for the red, white, and blue, miss.
So
And
tell
then,
me the 6 combinations, Amari, that you have.
what is it?
Tell me the 6 combinations.
Miss,
The
I don't
first,
understand.
how you got 6? The first one is what, and then the second one is what.
Miss, I don't understand what you mean, miss.
The combination. So you said you use letters.
Yes, miss.
So you had RWB,
Yes, miss.
and then what.
Miss, then I said B, W, R, miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then miss, I said W, E, R, miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then miss, I said R, B, W, miss.
And the other two.
I said miss.
And the other two.
Miss, for the other two, miss, I said W, R, B, miss. And miss, I then said B, R, W, miss.
Okay, so that's all I was asking. So those are the different possible combinations, ways that we can arrange those colors. So we have red, then white, then blue, red, then blue, then white, white, then red, then blue, white, then blue, then red, blue, then red, then white, and blue, then white, then red. Those are 6 combinations. Amari is correct. The answer is 6. Amari, it's your turn. Can you read question 4, please?
Yes, miss. Imagine number 4. Imagine some colored blocks are laid out in a row. 3 red, 2 blue, 3 red, 2 blue, and so on. How many blocks will be in the 9th position? A. 3 red blocks, B. 2 blue blocks, C. 10 blue blocks, D. 15 red blocks. Number 4. Imagine some colored blocks are laid out in a row. 3 red, 2 blue, 3 red, 2 blue, and so on. How many blocks will be in the ninth position? A. 3 red blocks. B. 2 blue blocks. C. 10 blue blocks. D. 15 red blocks. Miss, I have eliminated 2 of them, miss.
Which two?
Miss C and D, miss.
How could you eliminate those?
Miss, because I see that it's going in a pattern, miss. First it started with 3 red, then it's going with 2 blue, then 3 red again, then 2 blues. So miss, I'm going to be, miss, I'll have my answer very soon, miss. I'll have my answer very soon.
All right. So Amari is saying we have to study the pattern. The pattern has 3 red, then 2 blue, then 3 red, then 2 blue, then 3 red, then 2 blue. So if we continue that pattern, what will be the number of blocks in the ninth?
Miss, I have my answer, miss.
Okay, what did you get, Amari?
Miss, I got 3 red blocks, miss.
3 red blocks. And that is correct. 3 red blocks would be in the ninth row, right? So
Miss,
yes, Nathan.
Miss, that's the same one I got to, miss.
Okay. All right, Genesis.
Yes, miss.
I'd like you to read question 5.
Question 5. Imagine some colored blocks are laid.
Laid
Question
out.
5. Imagine some colored blocks laid out in a row. 3 red, 2 blue, 3 red, 2 blue, and so on. If are
If there are
if there are 65 colored blocks, how many would be red? A 52, B 39, C 20, D 30. Question 5. Imagine some colored blocks are laid out in a row. 3 red, 2 blue, 3 red, 2 blue, and so on. If there were 65 colored blocks, how many would be red? A 52, B 39, C 26, D 30.
all right, so let's see. How are we going to tackle this one?
Miss, what I'm doing, miss, I'm listing R and B, miss. And miss, I go all the way up to 65, miss. Then I see which ones are, miss. Then I count the red ones, miss.
Okay, that sounds a bit tedious. So Amari is doing it the practical way. He's actually listing them out, 3 red, then 2 blue, then 3 red, then 2 blue. And he's going to do that all the way and add them up until he gets to 65. Sounds like it could take a while though. I wonder if there's a shorter, easier way to do it. You can go ahead and do it, Amari, while we're thinking of a shorter, easier way. At least we know that one we can definitely prove because it's a practical method. Can anyone think of another route? Remember, in mathematics, there are usually a number of ways to solve the problems. Hi, Jair.
Hi, Miss.
So, Jair, we're trying to wrap our brains around this problem on the screen. Can you help us find a quick, easy route? Meanwhile, Amari is doing the practical method of actually laying out the 3 red, 2 blue, 3 red, 2 blue. It might take him some time. So we're hoping.
I actually already listed out the 65, miss. I'm now counting the red ones, miss.
Oh, okay. All right. So you move fast, man. Anyone else can suggest another way? There are usually a number
Miss,
of ways. Yes, go ahead.
mi- miss,
Go ahead.
miss, I think it's B, miss.
What does B say?
Miss 39, miss.
How did you get 39?
Miss, it's like what Amar said, miss. He was writing from the red to 3, miss, all the way to 65, miss.
Oh.
But when you reach from miss the numbers, miss for the total, miss,
Mm-hmm.
you would take miss 3.5, miss from that, miss. So the 65, miss, you would take the 3.5, miss. So half of them, miss, so I got 39, miss.
Where did 3.5 come from?
It's 3/5, miss.
Where 3/5 come from?
Miss, me not necessarily I said this.
I don't understand what you're saying. You said you take the 3/5 from 65. I don't understand that.
Miss, can remember 3 red, miss, and 3 blue, miss. That's in the pattern, right, miss?
3 red and 2 blue, yes.
Yes, miss. So since miss for every 5, miss, there are 3 red, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the total of 5, miss.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 red, 2 blue. The number of red, miss, will be 3, miss.
Mm-hmm. So for every five blocks, 3 are red.
Yes,
Yeah.
miss.
Uh-huh.
Miss, so when all the way from miss, when I get 5, miss, when I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Mm-hmm.
45, 50, 55, 60, 65 minutes, and
Mm-hmm.
I got 65 minutes. And then it's because it's 3 red every 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
miss 3 red and 2 blue every 5 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what. And miss I went on with this, so I calculate the amount of red in the 65 minutes because it's three red every 5 minutes. This 3 red every 5 to all the way up to 65 minutes. So the blue one is 5.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying B 39. Amari, did you get your answer?
Um, yes, miss.
What did you get?
Wait, hold on. Sorry, miss. No, miss. No, miss. No, miss.
All right, over in the chat. Hi, Javid. Javid is saying 26. Is 26 on the screen, guys?
Yes, miss.
But
Yes.
Javid, you need to explain to
Yes,
us
ma'am.
how you got 26. All right, so Nathan, your answer is correct.
Miss, I
My
got it,
approach,
miss.
my approach was to use ratio, right? Since it's 3 red to every 2 blue, so I express that as a ratio. It's 3 to 2. So to find out how many were red of the 65 total, so I put 3/5 times 65, and that's how I got 39.
Miss, I got
Clear?
that. Miss, I got that answer too, miss.
Okay. Jair, please read question 6.
Likely is to probability as unknown is to A. Measurement, G. Geometry, C. Number, D. Algebra. Question 6. Likely is to probably as known is to A.
Hold on, Jair.
Measurement.
Hold on, Jair. The word is probability, and it's unknown, not known. Probability. Go ahead.
B. Geometry. C.
Read the question again, please. And it's probability.
Okay, Miss. 6. Question 6. Likely is the probability as unknown is to A. Measurement. B. Geometry.
Geometry.
C. Geometry. C. Number. D. Algebra.
All right. So what do we do with this one? What do we do with this one, guys? So it's saying likely. Whenever we use the term likely in mathematics, we are usually doing the topic probability. So when we use the term the unknown, finding the unknown, which of those topics are we usually doing when we're referring to the
Miss, I
unknown?
know, Miss, I know, Miss.
Amari,
Algebra, Miss.
why do you say algebra?
Miss, because in algebra, Miss, Miss, you're probably like, Miss, you're trying to find the X value or the Y value, Miss, and those values will be unknown until you find them, Miss.
Very good, excellent. So we use variables or symbols in algebra to represent the unknown, and then we try to formulate equations that will help us to solve for the unknown. All right, very good. Nardika, we're back to you, madam. Please read question 7.
Miss Nordica isn't here.
Why is the system kicking out my students, though? All right, so hold on. Shalicia,
Okay, Miss. Question 7. Bob has a shoe store. Which statistical term should he consider when buying shoes? Question 7. Bob has a shoe store. What statistical term should he consider when buying shoes? The options are A. Mean, B. Mode, C. Multiple, D. Median. A. Mean, B. Mode, C. Multiple, and D. Median.
all right, so over in the chat, Javid had said D algebra, so that's correct. For the previous question, Nathan also said D algebra. And for this question, Javid is saying C multiple. Those in studio, what are your thoughts on this one?
This I think it would be mode.
Why would it be mode?
Miss, mode is a number that appears most in the set, Miss. And since he owns a shoe store, he would have to get different sizes for everyone so that everyone can buy shoes.
You're pretty close. And your answer is actually right, but in terms of the reason, I want something more than that. Why would the mode be of the main concern to the person in choosing which shoes to buy? What would it mean by the mode of the shoes? What's that? So let's say the person is going around asking customers, okay, what shoes do you like? Or what size shoes? He's seeing based on past sales, what size shoes is the most common. Why would that be important in terms of what he's buying? Because he's buying them to sell back, right? Am I
Yes,
right? Right. He's selling shoes. So he's going to buy shoes to sell back to customers. Why is it important that the mode or the most frequently bought shoe is the one that he more than likely would buy?
Miss, if he has the most popular shoes in his store, Miss, he would gain a better profit than having
Exactly.
ones that's
Exactly,
low
right?
quality.
So he's gonna want to know, hey, let me see what's the most popular shoe or what's the most popular shoe size. Let me make sure that I have more of that because more people are likely to come in and ask for that one. And I want to make the sales, so I want to give the people what they want, right? So yes, the mode would be the one that the store owner would be interested in finding out. Shaheem, I need you to tell me how the PEP ability test went. All those in the chat who did the PEP ability test today, we want to hear how it went. Shaheem was saying multiple, so multiple is not correct for this one, right? Adriana is saying B, which is mode. Is B the mode, guys? Let me double check. Right, so B is
Yes,
mode.
Miss.
Okay. And Javid is saying what size? Javid, Javid isn't understanding what we're talking about. So remember, when you're selling shoes, people going to come in with all different size foot, some foot big, some foot little, some foot medium size, right? But you're gonna want to know the size that most people are coming in asking for, because that's the one you're going to make sure you have a lot of that size so that you can satisfy the needs of the customers. Or you're going to want to know the most popular brand of shoes because you want to give the people what they want. You want to make sure you have what the people are asking for. So, Nathan, please do question 8. Nathan, wake
Miss,
up.
he's not on the live, Miss.
You know what keeps happening to my students, though? They keep being kicked off. Hi, Pure.
Hi, Miss.
Well, could you read the question on the screen, please?
Sorry, Miss. 8. Sam scores the following on 5 of his mathematics tests: 95, 80, 90, 90, and 70. His scores on the 6th mathematics test was 95. Which of the following will not change? Sam scores the following on 5 of his mathematics tests: 95, 80, 90, 90, and 70. His scores on the 6th mathematics test was 95. Which of the following will not change? A. Median. B. Multiple. C. Mean. D. Mode. A. Median. B. Multiple. C. Mean. D. Mod.
Mode. Mode.
Mode.
All right, I think for this one, we might have to actually work it out and see. So everybody work out based on those scores, work out what would be the mean, what to be the mode, what to be the median. Or let's do it together. We know that the median is the middle number when you line them up, right? So let's put them in order first because they're not in order yet. So we'd have the 70, then the 80, then the 90, then the 90, then the 95. What would the median be? What would be the middle number?
Miss, it would be the 90.
It would be 90. Okay.
Mississippi.
The 90 would be the mean. And the mean would be when you add them up and divide by 5 because it's 5 of them. So if we add those numbers up quickly, 3 nines 27, that's 275 plus 70. That's 345, am I right? And 80, that's 425. Divided by 5, that's 85. Double check for me, am I right? 85 would be the median. Add those numbers up quickly and divide by 5.
Yes.
Do we get 85? So to remember, to find the mean or the average, we add all the numbers together and we divide by the amount of numbers. So there are 5 numbers in the original set. I'm getting 85. And the mode, the most frequent number there is 90, because there are 2 90s. Now they're saying if there's a 6th test score, which is mathematics, so and that's 95. So if we add 95 to the list, the median would still be 90. The median would still be 90, because you would now have 2 numbers in the middle, but the 2 of them would be 95. The 2 of them would be 90. So the median would not change. The mode would change. The mode would change because now you'd have 2 modes. You'd have 2 90s and 2 95. So the mode would change.
Miss it's 85 minutes.
Right. So the median is the one that would not change. The median would still be 90, because if you add 95 to those numbers, you would still have 2 numbers in the middle being 90 and 90. So the median would remain 90. So by trial and error, testing out each one, we see that it's A, the median would not change. Amari, question 10.
Yes, miss. Number 10. True or false? All odd numbers end with either 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9.
Stop. Just read that little part again.
Okay, miss. Number 10. True or false? All odd numbers end with either 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9.
All right. Is that true or false?
Miss, that is true, miss.
It is true. Yes, it is true.
True, miss.
That's true. Jair, read the second part of that for me.
Outcomes are always fair.
Again.
Outcomes are always fair.
What do they mean by outcomes? So this again has to do with statistics, right? Probability. So when you cast a die or when you pick something from a bag or whatever, is it always a fair outcome that you get?
No, miss.
No, miss.
No, it's not always fair. It can be rigged in some way, or it can be biased in favor of one side, right? So that's false. Genesis, read the last one twice, please.
Groups are only used in
Graphs.
class.
Graphs.
Ah,
Read again, Genesis. Graphs.
what did they say, Miss?
It's graphs. Graphs.
Graphs are only used in math class.
In mathematics class.
Graphs are only used in the mathematics class.
Is that true? Do we only use graphs in mathematics class?
No, miss.
No, that's false. Where else can we use graphs?
Only language arts.
Miss in language arts, miss.
Language arts, miss.
Mhm. We use
Language
all
arts.
Miss,
forms
you
of
cannot go
graph.
so.
Arts, miss.
Mm-hmm.
And integrated, miss.
Yes, and physics and social
Social
studies.
studies.
Miss, in social
HSB,
studies,
miss.
miss, you can do.
So
HSB and science, miss.
every subject area can use some kind of graph, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay, Shelley, see our question 11.
Question 11. Andre gave the clues about a special number. Clues. I am a whole number greater than 60 and less than 70. I am an even number. I am a multiple of 8. What number am I? Question 11. Andre gave the clues about a special number. Clues. Am I a whole number? I am a whole number greater than 60 and less than 70. I am an even number. I am a multiple of 8.
Miss,
All
I have
right,
no
so let's
answers.
do it by elimination. What do you say, Amari?
Miss, can you please go on the Miss, is there options, Miss?
Um, no,
Miss, I
there are no
got
Miss, I
options.
miss.
got my answer, Miss. Miss, I got
Miss, I
74.
got my answer.
Miss, I
What
have
you got here?
Miss, I have
Miss said
64. Miss.
40, miss.
Hold on. Amari is saying 64. What you got, Pure?
Miss, I said 40.
40.
Yes, miss.
All right. Anybody else?
No, bring it down. Oh, miss, I changed my answer, miss.
So you
Mr.
change
60, Mr. 64, miss. I knew miss because I read the first clue, miss. I am a whole number greater than 60
Okay.
and less than
So it must be between 60 and 70. So, 40 would have been out, right? So it says it's a whole number and it must be greater than 60 and less than 70. So that's between 68, 61 and 69. It's an even number. So that takes out all the odd ones and it's a multiple of 8. So the answer is correct, Amari and Pure. Okay, Nathan. Oh, I forget Nathan is not here. All right. Jair, question
Yes,
12.
miss.
Question 12, please.
Sally, question 12. Sally ran 2 kilometers each day for 4 days. Then she ran 3 kilometers each day for the next 4 days. How many kilometers did Sally run altogether in the 8th day? Question 12. Sally ran 2 kilometers each day for 4 days. Then she ran 3 kilometers each day for the next 4 days. How many kilometers did Sally run altogether in 8 days? A. 12. B. 17. C. 20. D. 24. A. 12. B. 17. C. 20. D. 24.
All right, so what are we going to do with this one? Any answers popping up yet?
Miss, I
Any
got
Miss, I think I
20,
know what to.
miss.
Pure, you got what?
20, miss.
Pure got 20. Anybody else?
I'm coming, Miss.
Miss, I also got 20 correct.
Okay, Shalicia got
Miss,
20.
I got 20, Miss.
Amari got 20. Pure, what did you do to get
I
20?
got 20 as well, miss.
All right, so the 20s are coming in. What did you do, Pure?
Miss, I said um in like 24 times 4 because one day equal 24 hours, miss. And I said 24 times 4 equal 96, miss. And I divide 96 by 2. I got 48, miss.
Uh-huh.
Miss. And then I did 48 divided by 4. Yeah, 48 divided by 4 equal
But
12. And then plus the 8 equal 20, miss.
plus which 8?
Miss the
But,
8.
but
8,
why are you changing days to hours though? We're talking about kilometers being run in a number of days. Why did you change to the 24 hours and so on? Is that relevant?
Miss,
Hold on, please. What made you decide to change the days to hours, Pure? Amari, what did you do?
Miss, I did the same thing that Pure did, miss.
You changed days to hours. Explain to me what you did, Amari.
Miss, so Miss,
miss, he got kicked off, miss.
Shalicia, what did you do? You got 20 as well, right?
Miss, since the question said salary for the next 4 days,
Mm-hmm.
and it said for the next 4 days, Miss, ran 3, so I multiplied 4 times 3, and then I added 12 and 8, I got 20.
Okay, that is correct. All right, so
Miss,
over in the
that's what I
chat.
did, miss.
I did
Okay.
something different. I love.
All right, Miss Reed is saying 20 for number 12. That's correct. And Nathan also 20. So Shelly said that method is correct. So it says, so we really don't need to convert to hours at all. That's not relevant. Sally ran 2 kilometers each day for 4 days. So Shalicia says she just multiply the 2 by 4. 2 each day for the 4 days. So that's 8 for those 4 days. And then 3 kilometers each day for the next 4 days. So that's 3 times 4, that's 12. And then she added the 8 for the first 4 days and the 12 for the next 4 days. That's 8 days in all, and she got 20. All right, so
But
this is
Miss,
the last question. Yes?
I plus them, and
Plus
I
what?
got 20
What
as
did you
well.
add, Genesis?
I plus the 2 4 times and I got 8, and plus the 3 4 times and I got 12. So I
Mm-hmm.
added 10 and I got 20.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct as well, Genesis. But always remember there's a quicker way.
That
Instead of adding the same number several times, we can just multiply. It's quicker, right? So Genesis added the 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. The quicker way would be multiplying the 2 times 4, 3 times 4, and then adding those, right? So you're correct also, Genesis. All right, and Genesis, it's your turn to read. This is the last question we're doing. Can you read the question for me, please?
at which point is 3 over 4 located on the number line? What at which point is 3 over 4 located on the number line? A P B Q C R D T. A P B Q C R and D T.
All right, so study where the points are. And let's see if we can figure out where 3/4 or 3/4 would lie. So Javid also said 20. Andriana also said 20 for that. Look at the points. There are 4 points. Which one shows where 3/4 or 3/4 would lie? Who is ready to tell me that one? Which of the 4 points shows 3/4?
Miss,
Yes, go ahead.
Miss, would it be R? C R?
You're saying here, this one here. All right, so the distance from
Yes,
zero,
miss.
the distance from 0 to 1, and then how many dots in between? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So they have cut up the distance from 0 to 1 into 8 parts. So halfway would be 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be halfway, right?
Yes, miss.
And then 3/4 would be half
Yes,
of that.
miss.
So that's 1, 2. So you're correct, Shelly said this is 3/4.
Miss, I did it sort of different way. So I divided the line into half. No quarters make a half.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yeah.
I go on to the other side, and there's another quarter.
Mm-hmm. So P would be at 1/4, right? P would be at 1/4.
Because it's
Or 2
three
eighths.
dots into the line, miss.
Yes. And Q would be at 3/8, and T would be at 7/8. So R is 6/8 or 3/4. All right, we're going to stop there for tonight. We're just over an hour in. We were really hoping to get some more of the peppers who did their ability test today to tell us how they did. But we did hear from some of our PEP students, and they were saying, oh, it wasn't all that bad. Right, Shelly? It wasn't all that bad. So now you have the ability test behind you, and you're forging on now. What's the next one coming up?
Miss the
Shelly, what's the next one? Is it the performance
Miss,
task?
the next test that we have.
The next PEP exam that's coming up.
Miss the performance task. Miss the performance task, and then after the performance task, curriculum based.
All right. So you're going to be checking them off one by one, right? We're going to sharpen up our skills in the performance task as well as in the curriculum-based test. So we won't be doing any more ability tests for now. We're going to focus our attention on the performance task and the curriculum-based tests. So when we come on Monday, Nathan is saying the PEP was okay, and he's saying thank you, miss, for helping me a lot. So I'm really happy to hear that the peppers went in today and they did what they had to do. They came out confident. I really feel good about that. So we want to make sure that the next time we go back in the exam to do the performance task, we are ready, we are sharp. So we're going to attack the performance task from all angles for the next month. We're going to focus on the performance task. So don't miss any of the classes, and tell your friends and neighbors and cousins and siblings to come with their books and pencils and try to work out some of the performance task problem. Because remember, the performance task, it takes a lot of reading It takes a lot of analysis and comparison and working things out. Some in the math is going to require you to even think about constructing things, working out the price for thing, material that you're going to need, all of those things. We have to make sure we're sharp and ready. So Monday, 6:30, come with your book and your pencil, right, guys? Book and pencil ready for Monday. What are we going to do on Monday? What will we do on Monday? So I was just here yapping to myself. Nobody was listening.
Miss.
So you were just on the screen looking pretty? I bet you over there smiling at yourself on the screen. You're over there looking at your picture on the screen, don't it? Are you not listening to me? That's what you're all doing. I see the smiles. Jair, I know that's what you're doing. Yes, Genesis is doing it. You are looking at yourself on the screen and smiling, and you're not hearing a word that I'm saying. Shaheen says the PEP was good. So what did I say we're going to do on
Miss, we're doing performance tasks.
Performance task.
Okay, I knew Shalicia was listening. I knew
Miss,
it.
performance.
It's a performance task.
Okay, because you heard somebody else say it, right, Jair?
No, miss. No, miss.
But,
Miss,
so
I said it before.
but when I asked the question, nobody was answering. I saw you guys smiling at yourselves on the screen. I was here talking to myself. I was here talking to myself. All right, so we're going to come with our books and pencils on Monday to do what? To do what?
Performance task.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to see you on Monday.
Miss PTP. That's what we're doing on Monday.
Please do what?
Yes, we're doing PTP on Monday. PTP, performance task practice.
Yes, we are going to do. We're going to do it. We're gonna come with the performance task from every angle. We're going to sharpen up ourselves and master the performance task. Okay? All right. So have a good night. Thank you for your company. Thank you for sharing my studio with me. Off you go to bed now. Your bedtime gone? What is your bedtime?
Miss, I don't need dinner.
Your bedtime is what? 6 o'clock?
Miss,
No,
Miss,
Miss,
for
mine is
me,
not
9
6 o'clock.
o'clock.
What? 9 o'clock?
Miss, mine is
Miss
9 o'clock.
8:30.
But you are
Mine is 9
babies.
o'clock.
What you doing up at 9 o'clock?
Miss, excuse me, Miss.
Yes.
Miss, getting ready for school.
Every time, like when I'm trying, like every time when I'm going to go to bed, like it's either before 9 or like 8:50 something.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearly to 9.
But you guys are babies. You shouldn't be up that time. You should be.
Miss, we're not babies, Miss.
You should be on your
Miss,
second
I
dream.
agree.
You should have dreamt your first dream already and gone on to the second dream. All right, I'll see you on Monday, guys. Bye.
Yes, miss.
See you in
Bye,
class
miss.
tomorrow, Miss.
See you in class tomorrow, Miss.
Yes, see you in class tomorrow.
See you later, Miss.
Yes, see you later.
Bye.